never been one to completely back-sacrificing anything, but in the case of books that drive me crazy, that I think I can get behind. So this tag was created by Miss Ariel Bissett. That's how you say it. She created this tag to basically get us all to just vent about all those books that just drive us crazy. So the first scenario that is brought to us is the classic zombie apocalypse. So we're in a bookstore and all of a sudden just zombies. They just rushing into the store and we're all freaking out. We don't know what to do. And then over the loudspeaker, someone who works in the store grants us with the beautiful knowledge of knowing that these zombies, they're terrified of overhyped books. So we have to run out and grab the books that are just, you bought it, and because everyone told you that it'd be great, and you just don't get, you just know. No. So that book for me would have to be 13 Reasons Why. Now, I don't know if this is because the plot itself bothered me, which it did, or the fact that it was required reading, which is a whole other can of worms. But my school picked this book as one book, one school. So the whole school, no matter what grade level you were, class level, so whether you were, you know, AP, honors, or below, which is level 1 and 2, which was lovely. I really don't understand the concept of that. However, this book just drives me crazy because I know several people who have been driven to the point of almost wanting to commit suicide, and none of them have ever sat down and been like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record cassettes and make everyone feel awful because they're the reason I killed myself. Like, no. I don't understand the hype for this book because it's so heartbreaking in the worst way. So, scenario number 2. You have just gotten your hair done, clearly something I do often, and as you're about to walk outside, the skies open up and downpour, and all you can think is, I wasted all this money to just get my beautiful hair ruined. So, to save yourself, and by yourself I mean your hair, you're gonna take a sequel. Just the sequel to one of the books that you thought was great, and you were all excited for the sequel, and it just... So you're gonna take that book and use it as an umbrella. That book, for me, would have to be Torment. Ugh! Fallen was so good. Okay, it wasn't great. It was not so good. But Fallen, it was a cute story about Nephilim, and I really liked it, and I thought the series was going places. As you can tell from behind me, I have the entire series for a completely other reason, but I have yet to been able to get myself to go past Torment, because, oh my god, it was just a wallowing pit of just, woe is me. Why is Daniel not here? I love Daniel, and he left. It was kind of like crescendo in just agonizing sequel scenarios. The next book is, you're sitting in lecture, bored out of your mind, as your professor drones, or teacher, depending upon if you're in high school or not, drones on and on and on and on and on about this classic that has revolutionized literature throughout time. And all you can think of is how badly you want to just pick this book up and just chuck it across the room and hit him in the head and hopefully knock some common sense into them so that they can realize that this book is nothing but a pile of torture. That classic that I throw always going to be Uncle Tom's Cabin. And I hate saying that because it's the book that started the Civil War. I can't fathom. No. I had to read it for my persuasive strategies and rhetorical devices, it was a colloquial rhetoric class, and I had to read that, and I just, no, bad times. So the last scenario, just chilling in the library, you know, just perusing through the books, and all of a sudden, global warming explodes. The world is tossed into a frozen tundra. Everything is a wasteland, and temperatures are dropping rapidly. Your only hope is to take your least favorite book you've ever read from the shelves and burn it, because it's the only book that you can actually be okay with destroying. So many people in this community are gonna hate me for saying this, but it was another book that I had to read for One Book, One School. This book, my school, we got a vote between this book and The Hunger Games, and this was right literally probably a month before The Hunger Games became huge, before The Hunger Games blew up. So we got a choice between this and The Hunger Games, and this one, and I still don't know how. That would be Unwind by Neal Shusterman. Just, the book had so much potential. I found myself reading it and being like, hey, this is okay. This might be okay. This might be the least painful One Book, One School I have had to read in these past 4 years, and then it just continued on and I just got more and more of a bad taste in my mouth, because I don't know, I've come across this a couple times in YA, but I don't know if it's a thing where authors think that because, you know, teenagers and young adults, they're impressionable, so I'm gonna put all of my political views and views about the world into these books, and they're gonna like it, and then I will get them on my side. Because I'm sitting there just reading Unwind. All I can hear is pro-life propaganda over and over and over and over and over. And I'm not gonna hate you if you're pro-life. I mean, that's fine. We're all allowed to have opinions. Whatever. But I don't need to just be told over and over again that if I think something differently, I'm wrong. Over and over and over and over again. No. And then there's the part in the book with the whole like teen pregnancy scenario. There's not actually a pregnant teen, but we were talking about it in my AP Lit. We read this my senior year of high school, and we were talking about this one scene that was very much like, when you get pregnant, if you're a teenager, your life will become ruined. And it's the scene with the baby on the doorstep. They pick up the baby, and he's going on and on and on and on about how it's such an awful scenario and everything, and I can't deal with a baby right now, and I'm like, bro, you need to calm down, because you picked this baby up to begin with. 1. And 2, I cannot stand that. I went to a school where there were several pregnant girls. Many of them are at university now, and many of them are happy, and their lives aren't ruined. So that's my opinion on Unwind. I know lots of people like it, and I'm gonna get shunned forever for saying I didn't. But again, maybe it was just the fact that it was forced upon me, and then my AP Lit class just went into every little propaganda that we had seen within the novel. So yeah, I think that one would definitely be the one I'd be burning, just for its own existence and the horrid memories that are attached. So yeah, this is all fun and games. I don't mean to offend any of you if any of you like these books. I'm just having a good time. I'm just getting myself, you know, introduced into this community. And if you guys have any books that you would sacrifice in these situations, leave a video response, leave it in the comments. Totally check out Ariel Bissett's page. Put a link down below for that. Yeah, and if you like any of these books, I'm not trying to offend you, I promise. There's been a couple of these that I've watched where people talk about books that I like, and I'm not offended at all. It's just fun. We're allowed to like what we like. I will see you next time. Mwah!